Now, the thing about shows, and this is a thing that will always exist in the shows, is they have like the sponsorships and things like that. And I want to talk about that just for a second. Um, because it was amazing in this show. In a lot of shows, like even when they try and make it look like a little scene, you're like, this is such an advertisement. And, like it does kind of work. It does encourage us to, get the products. But to have a product in a scene that seems like it's an actual part of the show, like to have the product just sort of written into the scene and have it there, I think is so much better because you're seeing the product, but you're also seeing the scene, right? So it not only speaks to us on like a conscious level, that product is subconsciously in our head. And if we see that product, we're going to want to buy it. And I'm thinking of like the scene where Pat and Pran were talking about building the bus stop, and Pran was trying to figure out how to do the design. And, uh, Pat is saying, "Oh, he's so thirsty," and he's doing that higher girly voice, and he's playing it up, pretending they're like a couple and their boyfriends, and he's basically pretending to be like an effeminate gay, and he's playing it up, and like he's so thirsty, and Pran has this bottle of the drink with like the jellies in it, right? Which I'd honestly like to try, but I've never seen it locally. And he has this bottle, and he's giving it to Pat. Like he's pouring it for him into his mouth, right? And that is a scene I have seen in so many cuts, in so many compilations, right? It has been in music videos, it has been in like the gag scenes basically, or the cracks. That's what they're called, where they take all the funny scenes and make little compilations and things like that out of them. I have seen that scene so many times, and honestly, I felt it was a great scene. And yet, it's an ad, right? Like, it was written right into the scene. So it became a prop and an advertisement. And it is amazing how they did it, and I think we all want that seaweed snack, right? Like we all want to go out and buy that seaweed snack. So the commercials, like the commercials that were in the show with the sponsored products, like, oh my God, Bad Buddies has set a new level of what people should be doing, and I honestly hope other shows take note because that was amazing. And honestly, I'm not going to forget that drink. And it's the same thing in Not Me. They have these little pops. I can't understand Thai, so I don't actually know what they're called, but like the one's purple and the one's yellow, and I will always remember what those cans look like, right? So, like the advertising works, and if you put it in a way where it is not like obnoxious, we're actually going to want to buy the products. And they are subconsciously in our minds, and they are in so many different forms of appreciation and like media now because they did so well. Like everybody's going to remember these scenes. So for years, I'm sure, people are going to be buying those products because of that product placement. And that was the type of product placement that should be the norm, you know? And I dislike saying that because it seems like, oh, I'm basically saying I am a sheep and I will buy your product. But I also know like psychology behind marketing and like the importance of well placed marketing and things like that. Like, and that was amazing.